Hey all, it's Nijiama Smalls here again. Wanting to chat with you today about self-love. Self-love right now is a very popular topic. It's the hot topic. All of the wellness gurus, mental health professionals, and so on are writing books and talking about self-love. But what is self-love and how do you really achieve it? I truly believe that before we can even begin to take the journey on self love, we really have to understand what's our view of self. And is that view a healthy view, right? And once we peel back the layers on that view, then we can build up and then begin to address self love. So today I'm going to take you on an exercise so that we can truly understand how we view ourselves. And in this exercise, we're going to do something called anchoring. And anchoring is a tool that captains use for their ships. They use an anchor when they want their ship to be unmovable. So they will select an anchor that's the best fit for that ship. That anchor is solid, it's firm, it's unmovable, and it helps the ship to remain grounded at that particular location. So, in this sense, in terms of how we view ourselves, we need to look at how our view of self is anchored and what that anchor looks like. So, for this particular exercise, what I want you to do is to imagine with me, if you will, that you are writing a play or a script or a film about your life today. And I want you to imagine as you are writing the script how you move and maneuver day to day in your life for writing the script. I want you to imagine how you interact with people for the script, to write the script. Now, as you're imagining how you interact with people, I want you to imagine the people that you really value, the people that you admire. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your cousins, maybe it's your supervisors, your bosses, your colleagues. I want you to imagine those that you really believe are doing well in life. And now I want you to think about how you feel those individuals that you value view you. Now, as you are viewing or thinking about how those individuals that you value are view you, I want you to really think about what those emotions are and what those views of those or that you believe those individuals have about you. So if you, for example, may feel that they view you as inferior and small, perhaps maybe your anchor for your view of self is in bullying or emotional abuse. If you believe that they view you as unaccomplished or empty, for example, perhaps there's some anchoring and unforgiveness of yourself that's there. If you believe that they view you as angry and easily defensive, then perhaps there are some deep wounds, there are some hurts there that you may need to forgive. Maybe someone has hurt you deeply and you just haven't let it go. Because we all know that anger is that place that you go to when you want to change something about yourself or your life that you just don't know how to change. So maybe that is what is present there. So as you're thinking about how how those individuals are viewing you. One thing I really want to make clear is that it's not about truly how they view you, because the reality of this is we really don't know how they view you, right? It's all pure speculation, but sometimes stepping back and putting yourself in someone else's shoes can help you to really see how you are viewing yourself. Okay? So that's a very important key point there. So once we have kind of identified how we are really viewing ourselves, and the matter is, let me step back to say, you may feel that they view you as confident. That's great. There may be some healthy aspects there. You may view yourself, you may think that they view you as smart and sharp and dependable. Those things are great. Those are healthy. But we're wanting to make sure that there aren't any unhealthy views of self that we need to address here as well. So as we are thinking about that, we really I want you to really pay attention to the unhealthy views of self that we need to address next. And that may be, if there's unforgiveness of self, there may be some decisions that you made in the past that you just can't let yourself off the hook for. Today is the day that you can let it go, because I'm here to tell you we can't change the past, but we can change the future. Okay. So whatever happened, whether it's you felt that you weren't a good lover or partner, perhaps you felt that you mismanaged your finances, perhaps you lost a scholarship, perhaps you committed a crime, maybe you had an abortion, whatever it is, it's in the past. Let it go today. Say to yourself, today is the day that I am going to forgive myself. Today is the day that I am going to let myself off the hook. Perhaps you're dealing with some anger. Perhaps someone deeply hurt you. Maybe you were sexually assaulted, sexually abused, emotionally abused in your past. Maybe someone took something from you and you haven't been able to get it back. Maybe someone deeply hurt you. Maybe someone betrayed you. They rejected you. You may never get that apology that you want, but today you can say to yourself, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to forgive. And I'll tell you one way to let it go. One tip is to desensitize it. And that means talk about it, whether you go to therapy, whether you get with good, solid, trusting girlfriends and talk about it. But the more you talk about it, the more you desensitize it. And when you desensitize it, you remove that sting, that pain away from it. So therefore, that thing can't harm you ever again. No one can use that thing against you because you've made peace with it. And when we are able to make peace with ourselves, we are then able to make peace with everyone and everything else around us. Okay? So I want you to really look back at how you're viewing yourself. And then start looking at yourself in the mirror every day and saying, you know what? You are great. Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate who you are. Then you can begin to love yourself. Practice that self-love. And the way that you practice self-love is just the way you love anybody else. Here's the thing. We know how to love everybody else except for ourselves. So all the things you would do to show someone else you love them, you do for yourself. You cook dinner for yourself. Cook yourself a nice meal. Buy yourself something nice. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but something small just to say, you know what? Great job today. You look good today. Compliment yourself. Girl, you look good today. I like that hair. Or guy, you look nice today in that suit. Whatever the case is. You did a great job. It's easy for ourselves to criticize ourselves, but it's hard for us to compliment ourselves. You know what I like to do? At the end of a long day, I like to sit near the window after I take a nice shower and just sip a glass of champagne. That makes me happy. It's nothing extravagant, but it's for me. It's me doing something for me that I like to do. Maybe I'll read a book. Sometimes I just pray. Sometimes I just sit with myself. I also like to take myself out to lunch, just me. I love to go, I love to be with me. Spending time with yourself. Those are some things to help you get on that road to self love. Thank you. Um, you can purchase my book, The Black Girl's Guide to Healing Emotional Wounds, at all major outlets, Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million, Amazon. It's out there. Thank you.